Tora, never! Will this be the end or a brand new beginning for the kingdom?
Let's find out as we jump right into it. Immediately, we're seeing that Sabat not even bothering to go. Oh, actually, I would like to see what the emblems are. I wonder what Dyron is taking this time around. I wonder if he's like going more sustainable to play for the team fights, or he's looking for something just a little, I'm gonna get in your face and just kill you in lane.
As usual, though, we're going to be seeing the big trade in the mid lane. Slight advantage over to RRQ's side, since level Hilda and Zeusin is pretty annoying to deal with. And already Witty keeping an eye on Error 404.
Yep, beat him up, Witty, beat him up.
Yep.
Chunk him for half of his HP, walk away, rinse and repeat this process. And every once in a while, just come back over to mid. Now, it's important that Witty still sticks within these bushes, right? Because if he gets too low, then he's forced to recall and he can't sit around and be important for important contestable fights. One of which, such, not being the Lethal Wanderers, it's already been taken.
So far, RRQ Tora definitely in control of the river thanks to the Hilda's movements, but Zkeep gonna be the first one to make a move down spot. He gets stunned mid-wave, but Dyron in a bit of tricky spot, has to dash through, but can he get out of this one? No! The Hilda's just way too late to the party.
Sabat played that perfectly. They split up on purpose. They don't want to be able to kind of reset the passive from Arla to get him free refunds on his dash. So he said, you know what? He's already going to put a mark on me. I don't want him to get in and out, because once he's on top of me, there's a high chance the next mark is going to be back on you, and I can't keep up with that. Oh, that's sad.
That's nice. Well played from Gary to steal the crab there. Actually gets the knockup on Zkeep into the Violet Requiem. Zkeep in trouble. Free kill.
Yep. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, this could be a bit too risky. The flicker forward from Witty, jumping on top of Error 4-4, but the Fury of the Phoenix, nice timing to save your jungler there.
Dude, Sabat is probably balled up, just mad. Likely.
Oh, never mind. The instant recollapse. Dyron dies the second time in the game. Vamos now have the numbers advantage over Turtle, but Gary still has that ultimate. So not gonna 1v1 the Hilda. Buy time in the back actually knocks Gary out of the combo. The Guinevere having a hard time, but Gary still secures the retry timing.
Very funny. Very funny. Somebody's like, I got to dump out the spatial migration. All she's got is spatial migration. Proceeds to forget. Oh yeah, I got to keep him away. You get spatial migration back in. My bad. My bad, G.
But even then, you would think that Error would be able to hit that timing a little bit more effectively. So props to Gary there. We know that he's always been one that can keep his team afloat when necessary. And in fact, he finds a Violet Requiem onto Sabat. Sets it up for the Dyron kill.
Yep, restabilization of the EXP. Dyron thinking that he's got at least a jungler who will come by to his side of the map. But in the meantime, Error 404 is now starting to fall behind overall as we only split both ways. I wonder if they're going to spot Error 404 here.
Looks like he's just going to recall in that bush. I think he's actually going to be getting out this fine. Nako highlights the hell up. No, Error's going to return to join the fight. Nah, they're just not going to commit.
All right. Not going to go for it. Not going to go for it at all. He should have just recalled at that point. Like, what? Oh, boy. A lot of
I actually feel like he could have fought that, personally.
It was Witty. He's not running Revitalize. Maybe it was possible. It's tough to say, right? Because as soon as you start going into the Soul Sever and Witty decides to cancel you out with, you know, Power Wilderness, that's when it's like, well, I've wasted all my time here then.
That is true. I suppose they just don't want to take that risk, especially since RRQ is having a pretty okay early game. They've evened out a lot of loss they had in the EXP lane, and Gary is currently out farming Error by a slight bit. Next Turtle going to be up in another 15 seconds.
Looking at first item priorities, seems to be pretty standard all across the board. Except that Zkeep opting to lean more into MR, Witty leaning more into armor. Makes a little bit more sense considering the problems that they're going to be facing this game, but we're not seeing the conversions just yet. Very first turtle here. Let's see who's... Sorry, second turtle of the game here. Let's see who's going to get it.
We know that Vamos probably wants to play for that late game. They literally have Obsidia on their side, one of the most late game scaling marksmen in general. Witty will scout out two people in the bush. Oh, able to dodge the cake. Fury of the Phoenix comes out, connects in the backline. Kim not going to be able to survive even with Purify. Finally, Wave of the Dragon is used. A little bit less ideally though. Dyron going to drop the half HP. Final Slash going to be used. Nako runs out of the situation and Witty's the one who gets sacrificed. Meanwhile, look at Sabat. Sabakino's going ham in the backline. RRQ, are you not paying attention? Dyron tries to flicker away, but Sabakino right on his heels. Double kill. Free Turtle.
No words. No words. No words can explain. I mean, Witty, he finds the timing here to not get kicked. However, why is Kim in that position? Why is Kim on that northern side? Really doesn't need to be there. And of all people, he's trying to peel off Supat while he still has abilities. Makes no sense to me why he should be there in the first place. If he was going to start zoning people, he probably would be wanting to be a little bit behind, closer towards the pit, not on the complete opposite side.
Even worse off, he's playing Zhu Xin. He could have checked that bush. And for some reason just walks up to it without doing so.
You mean the tri-brush on enemy side? Or?
No, the bush above where Supat was hiding, right there.
Yeah.
He didn't check it. Yeah. Supat just walks out of there, punches him in the face.
I mean, he also could have checked the tri-brush so that Witty didn't have to like lose out on his speed up, but it's fine. It's fine. It happens, you know? It happens. They can still recover from this. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, now that they've got this 3.4k lead and Natco has like been uninterrupted, I don't see it becoming a bad. Oh, hold on.
Committing the ult. They're trying to catch the toe. The kick into the two-man knockout. Witty gets set up. Blockhood, Supat, jump backline. It is beautiful. From Vamos, a perfect initiation. They're going to force her off back with the BMI and a chase down Gary at the same time. Zkeep's already there waiting. Dyrant, though, going to force him back. Somehow, RRQ will not lose more bodies here.
Oh, great timing. Great timing of the Fury of the Phoenix. I think that RRQ Tora doesn't know the timing. They don't know the timing of the Fury of the Phoenix and when it's going to come back up. I think that's the biggest issue right now, because that's 2 for 2 that we've seen a near like 4 to 5-man Fury of the Phoenix ult.
Yeah. Like, they really gotta be a little more aware of that ult's potential, since they're not exactly the most mobile team either. It's very easy for that ult to hit them.
Exactly. So I'm saying, just know the timing of the ult. Like, you don't need to know whether it's up or not. You just know the cooldown so you know roughly when it comes back up. But here could be an opportunity.
Right now, we can see Vamos in control of Churl. Zkeep comes in. Violet Grim used to cancel the kick, but Zkeep didn't even commit it, and now there's no Guinevere ult. Subakito still pushing mid-wave. Clockun successfully zoning. Again, very, very surgical precision from Vamos.
Dang, they're getting everything out of them. So much pressure. I'm trying to think of a solution from RRQ Tora, but if they'll like give away space just like that, and they can't deal with Supat in particular, I don't think they have much of an answer. I think that they need to deal with Supat somehow. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. I feel like Witty has to kind of like harass him first, and then some kind of follow-up. But I don't know if I want Gary more or Dyrant to do it.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, because Supat is farmed once again, and we know how strong the Paquito is currently. Overall net worth lead leaning favorably in Vamos in a wide margin. 6k at 8 minutes is very, very snowbally, and RRQ just keeps giving away space. They can no longer walk up onto the map because they know if they get caught, it's just done.
Yep, and they just want to hold them hostage here, right? Don't let them walk up into those lanes. Don't let them walk into the jungle for free. Every single time they show the opportunity to overextend, you just punish.
Oh, look at the way they're zoning right now. Kim trying to get the lift up, but not able to do so, and instantly all the damage comes in from Natco to force them back. Their own jungle just doesn't belong to them right now, and Rob nearly dies just a poke from the Zetian.
Yeah, and not just that. Let's not forget about the bow coming in from Error 404.
Oh, final slash, they find one, but to get the Violet Requiem in, the lockdown is good, but the damage isn't enough to get the lift up on Zkeep, and the Cho will fall with Supat! The Sepakino! 1-2 punch into the base! 3 members of Tora dead!
Holy cow, that was dangerous. Managed to get the double jab, empower jab, regular jab, close the distance, go for the knockouts, trying to pray that it connects, because God, that looked really iffy for a second. I didn't think he could close the distance, but I was just wrong. Literally a frame wrong. But overall, really good initiation here, right? From Dyrant's side. He sees the angle, but the big issue overall is that no matter what, that Fury of the Phoenix will connect.
Yeah, RRQ literally just grouped up on that one, and it was just Zkeep as well. Like, yes, it's a good catch, but do you really need to be grouping up that much for a kill on the Rover when this Zetian exists?
I mean, it's desperation, right? And they haven't been able to absolve their issues, and so far, they have no real way to harass and pulp their opponent. We were expecting Kim as well as Witty to be that guy, right? To walk out, to chunk people down before they even get close to the fight. Now, that's completely flipped on their heads. Subbot's the one who's playing the judge and jury and executioner. Zkeev, surprisingly dangerous. Like, this kid's got mechanics for sure.
Subbot actually going for a slightly different build as well. This is Sustained Paquito going for that War Axe instead of the Hunter Strike Sea Halberd, since there's no Esme that he has to play against. He is gonna get caught in the bush by RRQ on the Paquito, but once again, Fury the Phoenix lands on everyone, and look at Error 404 instantly zones them all back. Subbot's still alive, by the way. Ruff is dead, Gary is dead, Dyron is dead. The Kingdom are dropping one by one like bowling pins, and they're witnessing their life and legacy flash before them because the Lord is crashing in with the entire combined force of Team Vamos as they clean sweep the play-ins to send RRQ home.
And that's unfortunate.